everybody, it's Christine. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here to do a January TBR. I'm going to do things differently this year. I'm going to do monthly TBRs with my weekly wrap-ups because I'm doing the Romance Readers Reading Challenge. So triple RC. And I figured I'd do those in my TBR with a few other books in between them. And that way each week I'll do the wrap-ups because my mind cannot remember what I read 4 weeks ago. So I won't be doing monthly TBRs. And just a note, I do these because I have fun with them. I don't do them to be, I'm not pressured to do them. I'm not pressured to get them done if I don't meet the challenge. These are fun to me. And so I am a mood reader, but my moods don't change from day to day, per se. So if I don't feel like reading one of these books today, I will probably in 2 or 3 days. So there's no pressure. I just like doing challenges. There's something different and they're fun. So, and all the links will be posted below, and it was Sarah from Novel Expectations is the one who put me onto this one. So her channel will be down below as well. So the challenges for the RSC group is it's January, read a novel that starts with a J or the author's name that starts with J. So I chose Animal Magnetism by Jill Shalvis. I've never read any Jill Shalvis, and they did not have book 1 in the Lucky Harbor series, so I chose this one. This is book 1. I think it's just the Animal Lovers, or I'm not sure what the series is called. So we'll see how she is. Everybody loves her, so we'll see. And then 2 is Happy Anniversary. Read a book that was published in January of any year, or read a book of a member who joined in January of any year. So I picked A Girl Named Robin, and the book that I picked is an ebook from the library, and that is Laura Griffin, Untraceable. It just looked interesting. It says, be careful what you look for, you might find it. Okay, challenge 3 is a featured author challenge for Jennifer Haymore. My library doesn't have any at all, no ebooks, no anything. So you can also do something about her. So she lived in Hawaii, was brought up in Hawaii. So I picked something with Hawaii, and that is Eden Burning by Elizabeth Lowell. Just takes place in Hawaii. I did a Listopia search, so I'm not sure what it's about, but it just says a classic love story. So there's that one. The next one is New Year's Day, January 1st, tried and true, but always fun. Read a new release or a new to you author. So I did, and this is old, Adam's Daughter by Jean S. McLeod. Very old. And I missed the 60-cent prices. But, so, that's just on my shelf. A lot of these I've picked just for my shelf. The next one is Fruitcake Toss Day. Read a book with wacky characters or just a funny story. And my daughter has this. I just can't find it. And it's Confessions of a Shopaholic by Sophie Kinsella. I know I've read one other book by her, and it was funny and quirky, so I figured I'd grab that one. The next is 6 Cuddle Up Day, January 6th. Read a book with an embrace or kiss on the cover, or read a book with a blanket on the cover for them to cuddle under. And this one, I picked Shattered Trust by Jacqueline Baird, and it's kind of an embrace. And 7 is a good-looking, or Male Watchers Day, January 8th, easy peasy. Read a book with Good-Looking Man on the cover. I haven't picked one out yet. I will find one. And then number 8 is Friday the 13th, January 13th. Read a paranormal romance or any book that is scary or involves a mystery. So I can do any of my intrigue books, or I did not realize this was like a love story or romance, whatever. But it's Moon Called Patricia Briggs, and it's the first Mercy Thompson novel. Can't really see it, sorry. So I know it's about werewolves, I think. So we'll see how that one goes. And then number 9 is Punch the Clock Day. Read a book that features working class characters, those who might punch a clock. I have not picked one up yet. I know I've got some on my shelf. I just can't find one right now. And part 10 is Reader's Choice. Read any book of your choosing. Again, that'll be any romance that I feel like reading. So that is the RSC challenge group for January. And now, on to what I'm currently reading. Well, actually, I'll do my wrap-up first. I only read one book since the first, and that's Full Moon by Jim Butcher. It's book 2 in the Dresden files. I loved it. I gave it a 5. Loved it. It's continuing saga of Harry Dresden. This one, there's some stuff going on, and he kind of gets caught up in the middle of it. But it's with werewolves as well. If you don't know, he's a wizard, and he works for the police sometimes, and the police don't want to acknowledge that there's supernatural stuff happening. So I thought it was really cute. I loved it. So what I'm currently reading, and I'm also doing the Around the World in 52 Books challenge as well. And I do have a list of possible, like I wrote them out, possible books that I could read for each category. And when I do read one, I can plug it in. And I'm also doing the Big Books challenge, so I've pledged 10 books over 400 to read this year. And this one actually works. I didn't pick it up to plug it into anything, but it does. It works for the Big Book challenge, and it works for a title that doesn't contain the letter E. So Horns by Joe Hill. And I'm loving it. This is a freaky book. Freaky, and you can really see maybe his dad's influence on him. If you don't know, Stephen King's his father. But this is about a guy who wakes up after a drunk on the anniversary of his girlfriend's death, and he starts growing horns out of his head. And when he starts to go to people, they see the horns, but they don't react to the horns, but they start telling him their deepest, darkest secrets, and some of it's like eye-popping, and some of it's like, wow. So, yeah, I'm loving it so far. And then, what else I might pick up is The Kill Order by James Dashner. It's like a novella. I think this is 0.5. Yeah, I think it's either 0.5 or 0.6, and then there's the Fever Code, and that's either 0.5 or 0.6. It's the two of them. I'm waiting for the other one, but I'll read this and see if I can get any better feel for the Maze Runner. And then, of course, I didn't pick it up until today, which is one of the reasons why it's a day late, my video. But it's the On the Booktube Shelf, or hashtag On the Booktube Shelf book pick for the month. And this month we are not doing the regular weekly updates. We are going to do a live show at the end of the month. And one other girl has joined our group, and it's Catherine from Cover to Cover. And I'll post her channel below. And it is the Lilac Girls by Martha Hall Kelly. And it's a historical fiction about 3 women who kind of get caught up with the war. And I think one's like a well-to-do girl. One's a Polish girl who's doing stuff for the resistance movement. And one is a German doctor. So it follows their 3 stories during the World War. So that is going to be my TBR for the month. And like I said, I will do my weekly wrap-ups. So yeah, tell me if you like this format differently. Not differently. If you like this format, because I like doing the monthly TBRs if I have a set list of stuff I'm going to read, and then the weekly wrap-ups to show what I've read that week and what I still am going to be reading for the next week. So it's still kind of random, but it's random from a list, if that makes sense. So, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.